How's it going, gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, it's currently 9:10, the 26th day of the third month. And yeah, we're back. So today's video, I just wanted to honestly say be carefree, stop caring so much. Stop caring so much about what other people think, what other people say, you know. And I know deep down you'll know this, what other people say doesn't really matter. But obviously, like I've said in previous videos, it just hits a bit more different when you hear it from someone else, someone else saying it. But yeah, I just wanted to elaborate on that and sort of give some insight. So I'm not quite sure where I heard this, but I remember it, and it stuck with me very, 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 very well, very deeply. And I always refer to it, in my own personal life. And it's just simply the fact that, so people in the public eye, right? People don't know enough about you to have an accurate depiction of who you truly are as a person. You understand what I'm trying to say? So when you're walking through that shopping center, right? When you're walking through your place of education, okay, and you're all in your head thinking to yourself, oh, how do I look in front of all these people? Am I walking properly? Am I speaking properly? Do I look timid or shy? Do I look confident? Da-da-da. Be carefree. Just take a deep breath in. And out. And just be. People don't know who you are. People don't know enough about you to truly understand and get a detailed image, a detailed description of who you are, and that's just the reality of it. And once you come to terms with this from within, it allows you to be so much more free. It grants you this liberation that nothing much else can really give, and that really is stuck with me. That's why I'm so open. Obviously, growing up, I've really kind of been against putting myself out there online on the internet, right? But here I am. We live, we learn, we grow, we educate, we learn every day, and here I am. So, I just know, it's, excuse me, it's, videos like this that really touch me. Pause, whoa, okay, yeah, I don't even know why I even paused, but yeah, I'm trying to say though, I feel it within. You feel where I'm coming from? Because I know someone's going to hear this and it's going to stick with them the same way it stuck with me, But yeah, and I guess that kind of leads on to sort of when people say just be yourself, okay, let's take it that way, right? Usually I stop myself going off onto a tangent, but I feel like that's all said and done, right? Let's okay, cool. So when people say just be yourself, and I was laughing about this with one of my friends. And it was a nice conversation. So essentially I brought it up. I was like, oh bro, you know when people say just be yourself. I was just telling him, bro, you can't be yourself, right? At least certain people cannot be themselves, right? Because so the definition of who they are as a person, they don't even know who they are as a person themselves. You might not know who you truly are as a person yourself. You might not have developed this self-identity, right? You might not have this clarity on who you truly are, what you represent, your morals, your standpoints, your opinions, your passions, your interests. You might not feel grounded. You might not feel opinionated. You feel where I'm coming from? You might be you might not be confident. You know, these are the sort of traits and characteristics that give someone that feeling of identity. You understand? So if you're not at that level yet, when you want to sort of be yourself, that's why you won't see results. You know? You ever just see online where it's like, I guess it's a meme, right? And it'll be like, oh, just go ask her out, bro. The worst she can say is no. The worst she can say is no. You know? And then you just get absolutely, you know, and then that's it. That's it for you. You know, the life is over. No. You understand where I'm coming from? Why? It's because of that. Yeah, I was gonna make a video on that. But anyway, yeah, we'll continue. So exactly, for example, where you are today, right? This is me to you. Where you are today, right? It's in direct proportion to all of your previous decisions that you've made. Okay? So for example, that girl that you want to go and ask out, right? You receiving that no is within direct proportion to whatever you've done in the previous couple years until that day. Have you been prepared? Now, I'm not saying you should be preparing for 3 years so that you can go and ask some girl out for her to say yes. No, that's not what I'm saying. Okay, there are hundreds of different reasons why you should be improving oneself anyway. Okay, it's not just for some yeah, okay. But what I am saying is you receiving that outcome can be in direct correlation with the actions that you've taken prior to going and you know, asking her out. And that's just sort of, and I say that to say, you know, how are you sort of improving? You know, what are you doing? What have you been doing? Is it working out? You know, it's also very important to have sort of measures as to how you can see that whatever you're doing is working, right? There's no use in doing all this productivity stuff and then not seeing whether you're actually seeing progress. You know, you need to have a way in which you're measuring your progress. You have targets that you're reaching, you know. Obviously there are a range of different sort of things that you'll be looking forward to accomplishing, right? So it will differ from person to person, right? But yeah, sorry about that. I am a bit ill. But going back to what I was talking about when I said about, you know, just be yourself. The main thing that you do want to one day do is to be yourself, okay? That is great advice, but to a certain level. You have to meet a certain criteria within oneself before you can be yourself. The definition of what it means to be yourself must be improved. Okay? Job interviews. Okay? Scenario. My rubber bands decided to fling out. Whatever, we move. Right? If you were to take Michael and put him into a job interview 5 years ago, and you were to take Michael and put him into a job interview today, the Michael today is going to be miles better and have a much greater chance of getting the job than the Michael of 5 years ago? Why? Am I saying that the Michael today was being himself, but the Michael from 5 years ago was not being himself? No. And that's what you need to come to terms with and understand. No. We were both being ourselves, okay? We were both being ourselves. But what's the difference then, Michael? If you were both being yourself, and what you're saying is, you know, it's good to be yourself, then how did only one of them get the job? Well, it's because the Michael of today had a better definition of what it means to be himself. You know? And I can go and start listing characteristics that are good to you know, have as part of your character. You know. But did they truly, you know, fall in line? Anyone can sit there and say, "Oh, I'm disciplined. I'm this, I'm that." Are you truly though? You know? So that's just another way you should be thinking, to be honest. I really just wanted to put that out there. I've had that on my mind for a while now. Obviously these videos are unscripted. They're unscripted. I'm not reading anything. I'm not, you know what I'm trying to say? This is straight off the dome. And yeah, I kind of like it that way. You know, I really get to speak with people through the camera. You know, help people out, help myself out too. Yeah, I'll talk about that a little bit too as well. Yeah, why not? So for example, a big reason as to why I actually did start this YouTube, right? Obviously there are many big reasons as to why. This is just one of them. Is because I wanted to further improve my communication skills. Okay, sometimes I guess you'll see me sort of pause or like pause or stammer on my words or something like that, right? I've never had it. It's not a thing with me to have a stutter, but it happens, right? It happens naturally, okay? But obviously with practice, you improve, you know, you get better at certain things. So I just knew, me sitting in my room, and back in the day, I spent a lot of time in my room just chilling, right? I'm now making up for that lost time that I could have been, I don't know, speaking with whoever. You understand where I'm coming from now? So me doing this right now, I'm helping not only the viewer, but the author, the creator as well. So yeah, that's a little bit of insight, you know, into me. So yeah, I think that was a good video. Of course, you know, I'd love to see you guys press some buttons, you know, put a little comment through. But yeah, and this is the second video in the new accommodation, so you know, I'm feeling good. But obviously if you guys enjoyed the video, don't be afraid to subscribe. Obviously if you feel as though, you know, the video reached your standards, you know, press that like button. I personally, I think of the like button like as a thank you button, you know. Thank you for that, it helped me, you know, and then go on about your day. But yeah, you already know the saying, speak once, listen twice. We'll speak soon, gentlemen.